Welcome to the channel, everybody. My name is Ryan, and this is RimWorld, and we are back here at the Hussar and Highmate colony. As you can see, things are running pretty smoothly. There's no hostile threats at the moment. Our quest for steel is in full swing. We're actually outside the walls right now, taking advantage of what little we've discovered of the underground steel. We're also researching the long-range mineral scanner, going to get that going too. So I am really trying to expand and get ourselves, we're kind of in a transitionary period here at the colony, so we're moving from the warlike early stages of the colony where we were constantly struggling and focused more on defense, and hopefully we're moving more towards our hospitality angle, which is something I wanted to do right from the start. So the mod pack that we're using here does have quite a few hospitality mods. I'm pretty sure all of them, unless they've added one or two since the series started. And if you're interested, there is a link in the description below for that mod set. But this is kind of the beginning stages. I decided to go ahead and just do this in like I said, in stages, as opposed to getting it all constructed. But you can see we've got plans to expand here and add something like a casino possibly on this side and a spa over here potentially. There's really a nice little hotel area, I guess you could call this. We've got some individual luxury suites over here. 200 silver. This one's getting prepped. We're just starting to put in the electricity and stuff. So you can see, like I said, we're kind of in transitionary mode. And I've got three little buildings here laid out for probably bathrooms. I'm probably going to do a couple of individual stalls for our guests and stuff. But hopefully this section in the very near future becomes just as busy and populated with guests and colonists and store workers and employees. Oh yes, and of course Thrumbo. But hopefully, like I said, Randy doesn't hit us with anything too crazy. But thanks to the Thrumbos, we've been able to hold off any threats so far. So we're going to keep it going, guys. I'm going to go into full speed here and rock along until we have something exciting happen, or I get a whole ton of steel and we can add like another section to the bridge. Okay, well, in addressing the steel concerns we've got, I've mentioned it before, and some folks have suggested that I go ahead and set up a second colony. Some of this psychically bonded. Ooh, who was that? Cinderman. And yeah, we're going to go ahead and confirm that. That's okay. The psychic bond, they're not going far. So what we're going to do here is I'm literally sending them to this square or hex right here so that it's just one away from us so that we can set up a second colony, and we will hopefully crack open the ancient danger as long as there's one there. So that's kind of the plan right now. And of course, it's not a huge amount of steel, but there is potentially some good loot there, maybe some components, luciferium, which we can always use now. We've got a few Lucy addicted pawns, so we got to stay conscious of that, make sure we got it. So in other words, I'm starting to get desperate. No, I'm starting to get creative with the steel acquisition, and I think it'll be a lot of fun finally hitting up some external sites here on the map. So there they go. I just sent them with one Thrumbo, so we just needed one big one. You know, it makes them pretty visible on the map, but again, it's such a close distance. I don't think they'll have any issue with running into like ambushes or anything, but I think we'll let them go ahead and exit, and I will see you guys in our new second colony. All right, there we go. So we can't settle directly next to the colony. That's why I don't do it, right next door. But we can settle this square or hex and let it load up real quick. All right, we are here at the new colony. Let's go ahead and zoom out and keep your fingers crossed, because not every map has an ancient danger. And I think we might have gotten unlucky here. I don't see any right now jumping out at me. We can still go for the steel, no doubt about that, and I will. It's just a bit of a shame. But nonetheless, like I said, there's still steel components nearby. So what I'm going to do is set up their bedrolls here in a nice little area, probably next to this hill, so we can just put a roof over it if needs be. And I don't anticipate any trouble, but I'm also going to set down a bed for the animal in case we need to like tend to the wounds or something, you know, have a spot to go. So I do probably want to, like I said, put a roof over this. It's not super important, but it'll help make them feel a little bit nicer. There we go. Let's get that properly set. All right, so there we go. And what's the nearest little vein of steel that I see? Probably that one right there. This one over here. Oh, that's not steel. That's sandstone. All right, yeah, so I'll grab them. Of course, I did take the 3 best miners that we've got. And Cinderman's sleeping. Sorry, buddy, you got to wake up. It would also help if I set the order there. All right, so let's get them to... I'm going to get all 3 of them, despite their condition. They're all pretty good, actually. They're just maybe a little bit hungry, but, you know, we're not going to mine out every single chunk of steel on the map. In fact, we'll probably just do 1 or 2, and then we'll call it quits and go. But this is definitely going to be a big help. Oh, now this is a rarity here. So we're back on our original colony. I got a notification that we got some beggars showing up, so I just wanted to check them out. Whenever we get beggars like this, I always like to see their xenotype. You know, in certain colonies, I would probably like kidnap a guy like this, the Brawler Supermune kind. Very good pawn female. Peachy, nice name. But also, I wanted to point out there's a full-blooded Highmate just showed up. Not too shabby either. Actually has a intellectual passion. I am very tempted to kidnap this this fellow right here. I don't know, though. I mean, I've been trying to role play a little bit as like an honorable colony, so kidnapping beggars really isn't my style this time around. But no, we'll just let it pass. I tell you, though, if this was earlier in the colony when I was much more limited in population, I would have probably broken down and just kidnapped this fella, because Highmates are one of the hardest xenotypes I've found, personally, to come across just naturally in the wild, so to speak, whether it's through guests or, you know, visitors, because they won't show up in raids, unlike Hussars, which you'll probably see quite a few of here and there. But yeah, that's just very rare to see that old Highmate there. But jumping back to our second colony, things are going good. I think I'm just going to leave after this because it'll give us over 1,000 steel real quick. And I don't want to keep it up and active for too long, you know. Who knows what could happen. You could get a raid over here, and it wouldn't be too much. But keep in mind that... we do have some wealth on this colony now because of the thrombo, and the pawns themselves are very valuable objects just because of their bionics and their skill level. But anyway, we'll finish this up and pack up and head home. Ah, well, that's a bit of a shame. I can't even take all the steel. That's good, though. I'm glad I didn't spend time, like, digging into a second vein, because it would have been a total waste. We're only leaving behind about 400, but at least now I know kind of the relative capacity of the thrombo. We'll probably need 2 or 3 if we do this again, which I will. But, yeah, I just want to make sure everything's set properly. Most important, we don't want to leave any people or animals behind, but no food. Travel supplies. Why is our food not being shown? Oops, shown up here. We've got some. I set the stockpile. Oh, it's probably because somebody's actively going for some, I bet. Hauling go juice to stockpile zone. Yeah, it also didn't show the go juice. Okay, I think it's probably good now. Let me try setting that up again. All right, there we go. So I have got the caravan assembled. They are being sent. Of course, it's going to take them a little while to start packing up all this stuff, but I'm just going to go back to the main colony, ignore them until they leave, and when I see that, we'll come back to the world map, and I will select this colony and abandon it once the people leave. And I mean, that little bit of steel that we're leaving behind is not that big of a deal. I can always set up a new colony, come back to it, you know, and hopefully it'll have an ancient danger this time too. Since that one doesn't, there's no reason at all to go back to it, honestly. Okay, here we are on the world map. You can see the caravan's almost back, and I have already abandoned that settlement. It is gone to memory. Now, the only thing to remember is you cannot reestablish a colony at this location. Once it's filled with this like abandoned ruins, that's it. It's dead to the world, this whole little space. Uh-oh, we got Mega Sloth revenges. That's all right. We're gonna have to do this. Oh, look at this furry. Run and gun, please. Strong. This is a true test here. Actually, the real test would be to do it no pause feature, but that's okay. That's okay. Hey, the caravan has returned. Oh, they're going right through it. Right through the stinky. That's okay. Let's go ahead and, can you please bring him in? Is he going to unload him, or... Look at this, bringing them together. Bring everybody together. It's wonderful. I just want him to... No, don't do that. Oh, he's eating. Okay, I want somebody to come grab him, but I'm sure we'll be fine. So let's just make sure our pawns don't get killed by these mega sloths. All right, we're set now. Okay, so very important. We've got some steel, and we've got to get it back home. Here he comes. Let's see. It looks like they just grabbed it, and they're just going to let him roam, which is honestly quite fine. Because now that I think about it, the animals can just go wherever they want. I've got the thrombos at least unrestricted, but let's see. Somebody's got the steel. There he is. Morgan hauling, what, 900 steel with him? Well, he's got a lot of it. I hope we brought it all back, or everything we could carry. I don't see anything. Doesn't look like they dropped it. But, all right. Well, I won't worry too much about it. Here's what I am going to do, though. Start to place down a few more of our growing things here. Boom. Now I'm just going to fill this room up at some point. Doesn't even matter to me how congested it is. And the cool thing is we've actually got modular. If I go to my garden tools, I can do advanced modular hydroponics, so I can actually fill in like these little gaps here too. So we're going to go with that as well. So that eventually this whole room's just going to be growing, and you'll have to climb over the hydroponics basins to get to the ones in the back and such, which is okay by me. Oh boy, one of the furries over here in prison has gone on another murderous rampage. We'll see if his two buddies, I was going to say, can take care of him for us. Thank you. Thank you very much. And he very dutifully goes right to bed. Here comes Duck. He's just coming to see how things are going. He's not going to help out down there. No, no, no. We'll have to wait till somebody comes and gets him, but it's not a big priority, honestly. These guys are here just so we can trade them to the next royal, like slave trader or whatever, tribute collector. I think that's the proper euphemism for it, but nonetheless, I am doing some hunting too. As you can see, the mega sloths aren't the only thing, and it's partially because we do need the meat, but not so much. Actually, I've got like 600 lentils, which we can use as a meat substitute, by the way, but really I need the textiles. I'm trying to get another nice little stash of trade goods and stuff, because I want to continue to venture out onto the world map and not just do more of these settlement runs, but actually do some trading runs too. So like I said, we need some extra textiles and products, and a few people are walking around without pants too. So have you got pants now, Morgan? No, Morgan still doesn't have pants for some reason. Maybe it's, I don't know, the marine armor. No, because I'm pretty sure other people are wearing armor and they have pants on. What's wrong with you, Morgan? Come on. Oh, well, there it is. I almost missed the notification, but we do now have another pregnant pawn in the colony. There was a brief stretch of time where we didn't have one, but that has come to an end. Clarissa is now once again pregnant with, I think he's Cinderman's. Yeah, Cinderman. He's actually in a three-way relationship with Lady V and Clarissa. So now that she's pregnant, we're going to flip him back to sleeping with her. Oh, and now that's right. It's actually a four-way because Vaz is in love with Lady V. So there's a lot going on. It's a complex relationship, but, it works out well. Nobody's gotten into many social fights or anything like that. It's a pretty calm colony, all in all. Very few mental breaks. It's really great. I'm enjoying it quite a bit, especially a nice change of pace from my last playthrough, the Toxic Wasters. That xenotype, they are very combative with each other, but it certainly added some extra flavor, no doubt about it. But, all right. We've actually did get the steel, so that quantity is pretty much all devoted to the bridge now. As you can see, they've got the hydroponics basins up. So I've got a little bit of granite, not a lot. Let's just go through this. I'll show anybody who hasn't seen this just how much bridge I can actually create now. Not very much. I'll give you a little spoiler. It ain't a lot. Okay, right there. So I can get about 2 lines. And it's mainly because I don't have enough granite. But, yeah. We'll let them build that. Of course, you can see what I'm going for, trying to get this. I would like to get the connection over here to the other side of the to the river so people don't have to walk through water every time they want to cross the river. At least our people. If we're talking about raiders, let them go through the water. Who cares about that? But what I am going to do now is I'm going to grab a few people who are in relatively good shape, like they've been fed and stuff recently. Yep. And I'm going to pull them off their current tasks. Yep. Bringing water and get them to just cut stone. Boom, boom, boom. And let's get Buddy in here too. Where's Buddy? He's using steel. Okay, he's coming to the smart toilet. That's okay. I want him in here so his production command will help us out. So I might set him up with a job over here or something. How many explosives do we have? I feel like I don't have enough. 16? Yeah, that's not enough, especially when we have 5 mortars. So that's probably a good job for Buddy to do. He's making shirts and stuff, but go ahead and suspend that. There we go, Buddy. Now he'll be nice and oh, I'm missing chem fuel. How is that possible? All right, well, he can refine that instead then. Well, we just had a cold snap, but you know what? Doesn't matter a bit, because here in our sauna room, you can see Arslan, our male guy with the pigtails and the turret on his back, is enjoying the nice steamy indoors, no matter what the outside's like. We've also got a few hot tubs and stuff. I've actually been thinking about it. I don't know what I'm going to do with this room, but I might move these hot tubs up here, and because you can connect them to certain beds, and I think I might link them to these like royal beds here or whatever. I don't know. We'll see. I want to play around with it, but also I don't know what I'm going to do with this room, but it is incredibly beautiful in here, even though there's like literally nothing going on. It's extremely impressive. Well, there's 2 hot tubs, so we got that going for us, but all right, so let's see. Now I'm starting to realize too, we're getting very low on stone chunks. So I've still got my crew over here cutting, but they're having to go to the very edges of the map to get these. And quite honestly, we might be literally running out. So I'm going to pull the deep drills at some point here in the very near future. I don't like them outside the compound anyway. This is way too close to the edge of the map, you know. We could get raiders here at any moment and just totally ruin our whole day. So I'm going to pull them back in, probably situate them just somewhere like right here inside the stockpile zone. This way they'll pull up stone chunks for us, and our crafting people will have something to construct our bridge with. Oh boy, guys, look, we just got some underground steel scanned. Let's select our scanner and go find it. Let's see where this steel is on the map, how close it is to the, oh, it's all the way out here at the very edge. Man, oh man, I said we haven't found much, but I kind of lied, because I have found just a ton of steel, except it's all like over here on this side, very, very far away. There's a little plasteel over here, which is really nice having this, but I mean, honestly, plasteel has not been an issue this playthrough. There's some more plasteel there, uranium, there's some jade, so there's some valuable resources on the map. It's just none of it is inside the colony. There's a tiny little bit of steel, but we already got most of that. But anyway, I like to complain. I do. I seriously enjoy just belly aching, even while Buddy is over here making legendary kids clothes for these little ones. I'm just still complaining about something. But no matter what happens, I love my little pawns here, and I'm going to make their lives as good as I can. Oh, we've even got some guests now, which I can take care of these folks too. Ooh, Imperial Trader. Oh, that's not the royal one we were looking for, hopefully to offload our prisoners, but no worries. I'm going to keep hold of them until we do get one, but Imperial Trader should be helpful. I don't even think we called for these guys. They just decided to show up. Now, speaking of which, I have been checking the contracts too, just so anybody who, you know, has been following along with the series knows this has been a huge moneymaker for us. Let's grab Lou and just check it. Last time I looked, there was nothing available. Well, there's a lot available, but nothing we had. Ooh, how about one sniper rifle for 10,000 silver? Yeah, we're going to do that one. I don't even need to look at anything else. That's happening right now. Whoa. What is this? I just got a second Imperial Trader show up. And it's what? I did not call for these, I promise. I might have called for one of them. I don't think I did, but maybe. But nonetheless, that's weird. I've never seen back-to-back traders of identical origin and type. Of course, the Imperials only have one type, as long as you don't, count the Royal Tribute Collector. But, well, I'm not complaining, surely. Let's get Shay up here. She can trade with this group. They're very slow today. Moving like molasses across the map. But, well, I'll show you guys. We've got the 7,000 silver right now. Buddy's about a little less than halfway done with that sniper rifle. I've got him basically over here forced to work on. I might just pop him some go juice too, but first things first, let's see what we can trade for. Okay, well, good news is we got plenty of silver. I'm hesitant to spend all of it though, and I'm also shocked by just how expensive components are nowadays. Yeah, that's crazy. I will buy... No, I'm not even going to buy them. It's so much cheaper just to get the steel and make them ourselves, but I'm getting their steel and cloth. I plan on starting to lay down, like, carpets and stuff, so I want a bunch of cloth, but I still have a few pieces of, like, armor, which I'm willing to part with, so I'm tempted to pick up a neuro calculator. What does this do exactly? Non-intelligent microchip controlled by a visual tactile. It assists with memory like a neuro. I wonder if I gave this to our kid. We've got a child who's stuck in the crypto sleep casket because they have like neuro resurrection psychosis. They got a problem with their brain. I don't think the neuro calculator will help that though. I don't know. Let's see. We'll throw it on there. And remember, I'm trying not to waste all my money because we do have a second trader on the map. But, all right. So if I give them that prestige recon, get rid of that one. Yeah, it brings us pretty low. We're still selling them, or getting rid of a good pile of our silver. But I don't know. I kind of just want to give this to one of our Hussars or maybe a hybrid. But like I said, we've got little Leslie over here. Resurrection Psychosis Moderate. There's got to be a way to heal this. In fact, she's like in the midst of an injury. She kept going on like murderous rampages and stuff. I wonder if we could heal this with just straight up Glitter World medicine. Let's try it. We haven't opened this thing in years, but I'm going to pop her out of there and just see if we can do it, if there's an operation for it. Maybe I will try the neural calculator if there's nothing, if there doesn't seem to be anything available. Okay, well, Leslie Jr. is out of the pod there. I don't see any options to heal her psychosis just with straight up medicine. So I guess I'll go ahead and try the neural calculator. This might be a total waste, but we'll see. If she still has this resurrection psychosis after I do this, that's going to be bad for us. But, I mean, I'll find a way around it. I might have to do one of those AI chips, too. I don't know. Maybe it tells me here how to heal it. Let me read through this real quick. Okay, no, you can pause it here and read through it yourself, but just kind of gives a description of why and how what's happening there during the breakdown process. But it does say it can cause death too, so yeah, that's not good. Now what I'm going to do, because she's actually injured, is I'm just going to give her some thrombo milk real quick. This way it's technically an operation. She'll go and lay down. Hopefully, yeah, rest until healed. Let's grab Shep. He'll put some thrombo milk in her. No. Yeah. There we go. Operation, technically. And that'll heal her up a little quicker so that we can try this brain implant. So let's also go ahead and give her full Glitter World medicine for this one. Spared no expense here. Trying to pull her back from the brink of psychosis. Okay, just a quick side note. While we deal with Leslie Jr. here, we have got the sniper rifle done, so let's complete that contract. And of course, anybody unfamiliar, the vanilla trading expanded mod is wonderful. And what happens is another caravan will show up, and they will come and pick up that sniper rifle, and they need to successfully leave the map without getting killed for us to get our money. But once that happens, yeah, we're talking about another 10,000 silver. So now the bad news is that second refugee or imperial trader I didn't get to. They left the map because of the cold snap, the dangerous weather, before I could get Shay up there. So a bit of a disappointment, but it does happen. Sometimes those traders are cowards. Our little drone is bringing the AI chip down here. What's happening? What's going on? Volcanic winter. Oh boy, who cares? That's okay. That's not the big deal. All our growing is now literally taking place indoors. So, volcanic winter plus a cold snap. Bring it on, Randy. Do your worst. Okay, Leslie Jr. is fully healed. She is back in bed now. Shep is over here about to operate on her, and I have no idea if this is going to work. I have a feeling it won't, but we're going to see. I'm going to turn this pawn into a usable character. She's 6 years old. I wonder if we... Oh, moment of truth. Let's see. No, dang it, it's still there. How do I get rid of it? Is there a way? Is there a way? You know what? I'm thinking some of those like healing mechanites, because we use the resurrection mechanites on her. That might be the thing to do. Dang it. Dang it. You know what I was thinking just now is instead of putting her back into this, I wonder if it's not a bad idea to throw her in the growth vat for a year or so, because then she'll grow. Obviously, she's still young enough, though. She should be getting growth spurts, growth events. Like in a year, she would. You know what? Honestly, I think we got to have her go back in here. Otherwise, she's going to be just going nuts. Well, we got to wait for her to, I think, become conscious, ambulatory before we can move her into there. But I'm just going to put her in here so she doesn't miss any growth events or have any crappy ones. And at the same time, we've got to figure out what to do with this. I'll get some healing mechanites. Maybe that'll be the next thing I try. Like I said, I'm pretty sure we can still remove this neurocalculator and maybe install an AI chip too. I know that helps with like brain damage. Maybe it would help with this. But again, I'm just learning as we go. So I appreciate everybody tuning in for today's episode. I think this is probably a good place to end it. Nice, peaceful one. We're still expanding up here, but we are making steady progress on our hospitality area. So hit that like button for me, guys. Subscribe to the channel, and I will see you all on the next episode.